Hey everyone, Byron again to testify for Jesus Christ. I want to go over a dream. I had this many years ago. I may look up the date of the dream, the time of the dream, and put it in the description, but it pertains to a future event. And let me just go into the dream, kind of pretty much shoot straight with it, and let it sit as it suits. In this particular dream, my wife and I were in a hotel. We were at, for some reason, I had an idea maybe it was in a Florida area. Tourists. It seemed like there was a lot of tourists. We came out of our room, walked down a hallway, and then came into a common area, such as the lobby where people would gather outside, some of those conference rooms, etc. And then I realized there was this minister who had been detained, and he was inside a room. And when I realized he was detained, I went over close to the room, and the people that were guarding the room actually stated to me, he's really messed up. We got to hold him. Almost as if like he's on drugs or alcohol or something like that. Kind of like we're holding him for your safety. Okay, fine, that happened. I walked out of that common area, out the door, and when I got out the door, there was a huge number of people, and they all, for the most part, were walking dogs on a leash. We all turned to the right, the people, the dog, we all went up to this place. And then suddenly I realized I was on a Frisbee golf course. Um, when I got onto the golf course, it came up like, well, who's going to throw the Frisbee? And I decided to throw the Frisbee for the dogs. I don't know why. Well, I do, but let me get to it. Anyway, I threw the first Frisbee. It was a horrible throw, and the dogs didn't move at all. I picked up the next Frisbee, threw it. I threw it long distance. It went out of sight over a little hedgerow. The dogs took off like, yeah, that was a great throw. We're after it. We're after it. And then they turned around to look at me like, give me hand directions on where this thing went, because I don't even know, where it went. It went so far. And as they were turned to me, looking, a baby deer just started running through the pack of dogs and got them all frustrated and all out of shape and all out of course. And then the baby deer went over into what would be like a golf gallery where people are just standing around watching people hit golf balls, and began to nurse on its mother. And then I woke up. Now, the time and the setting that I had this dream made me to realize that in a Bible study that I was a part of, we had some serious people, and they were serious about searching out the scriptures and getting after things. And I considered those to be the dogs in this case. But then we also had some people that were immature about it. They, if they understood it, fine. If they didn't understand it, fine. But those particular people were impeding the serious students. So I believe what the dream was showing me was that in the future, there's going to be a shift in leadership as far as the churches go. And potentially pastors will no longer fill positions. And I'm not potentially, I know it's coming. I've seen it outside of this dream for whatever reason. And then regular people will stand up and instruct many. That's the way Daniel put it. Daniel 11:12-ish. So what I think I was being shown was a shift where people begin to instruct many. But then there's going to be people that just aren't quite as serious about it as others. And they'll just run through and mess with the people that are serious. And this, if you've ever been hunting, if you take like a Christian's pursuit of truth, like a dog's pursuit of a Frisbee or deer or whatever, anytime something goes across a trail that a dog is on, it has the potential for it at least to delay the dog. If you have a really good dog and he's en route to go get a Frisbee and a bird flies right across in front of his face, he might at least flinch if he sees the bird. That's going to put a slight delay, but then something else could put a big delay. And if you consider people pursuing after the truth, and then other people coming along, immature people that, they're really frolicking and really don't care, that could really impose people or impede them. That's the word I was trying to use. So I want to just share that, so let it there, show what I think, or explain what I think was showing, and then I'll use this video to potentially refer back to from other videos. Thank you.